Year 5's welcome to Writer's Workshop for Term 4. This term we're going to move away from spending our sessions developing particular skills and move towards incorporating these skills into pieces of writing. We're going to be starting with the 6-sentence story. Sounds easy enough, 6 sentences is not that much. Let's have a look at exactly what we're going to be covering this lesson. Our learning intention, what we're learning to do, is to string sentences together into a short story. Success criteria, so what I'm looking for, is for you to write a 6-sentence story. The reason we're doing this, and this is because we need to use our writing skills to become successful writers. So really the focus is on bridging the gap between the skills and pieces of writing. So let's have a look at this example. Once upon a time there was a talented young carpenter. He lived in a cottage in the depths of a remote forest in Russia. He was able to craft houses that were more beautiful than those of any other carpenter in the land. Unfortunately, he was very lonely. He wished to meet an interesting young woman and get married. So he moved to the city and met a talented woman architect, and they made their fortune designing and building homes for rich people. Now that is a story. It's not very long. It's a short story, 6 sentences long, but it has a very clear beginning, middle, and end. So let's take apart this story sentence by sentence and look at what the focus is. Sentence 1 is us introducing the main character. In this case, it's a talented young carpenter. And when you do your writing today, you're all going to start with once upon a time. Our second sentence is telling us where the character lived. Number 3 is describing something special about the character, a particular talent they have. Now, sentences 1, 2, and 3 are the orientation of the narrative. So if you can make a connection to the structure of a full narrative, these first 3 sentences are setting the scene. Number 4 sentence is a problem the character has. This character is very lonely. Number 5 describes why that's a problem. He was lonely because he wished to meet an interesting young woman and get married. Number 6 is then the resolution, what the character did to solve the problem they were having. So, introduce the character, talk about where the character lived and something special about them. A problem the character had, a justification for that problem, and then what the character did to solve the problem. If you were writing a full story, this could perhaps be a 6-paragraph story, using this same structure, but instead of sentences, for paragraphs. But for today, it's just sentences. You'll do your drafts in your draft book, but your good copy you're going to be doing on this sheet that'll be available in class. These will be collected and bound together in a book, split apart so we have a bit of a flip book, which will be fun. This sheet will also be available for you to use as a reference. That is some sentence starter ideas. And a challenge would be for each of your 6 sentences to be one of these different types. So, good luck, and I'll see you in class.